On the latest edition of SVG SportsTech On Demand, we have the distinct pleasure now to be joined by Kevin Annison. He is head of sales for Sparx Technology. Kevin, first off, thanks a lot for taking the time. I hope you and all your loved ones are doing well right now.
Thank you, sir, and right back at you.
Well, Kevin, Sparx Technology, what you guys are offering is something that everyone is trying to integrate into their live sports production right now, and that's deeper and more visceral integration with fans. Explain for the audience what Sparx Technology does and maybe what are some of the newer products or services that you're making available to the sports media world right now.
Sure. Sparx Technology, we're a real-time audience engagement platform that allows broadcasters, which could be linear, OTT, and web streams, if you will, esports, that type of thing, interact with their audience in a more lean-forward experience. Two-screen platform, but again, super bringing the audience into the conversation that's having on a linear network.
Now, when sports were happening, a big driving force of that in integration was the rise of sports betting. You guys did some work with NBC Sports Washington and some of their broadcasts. How are you guys finding your solution fitting into that mold, which hopefully will be coming back in a big way once we get sports back in our lives again?
Yeah, exceptionally well. So we pulled off the first ever live predictive game in the NFL, along with NBC Sports Washington. Very advanced, forward-thinking group there, where people were watching a broadcast and guessing and predicting what is going to be taking place throughout the night. They had a chance to win $500 per quarter to keep people playing along from start to finish, where our engagement could be started with a voting, polling, and pre-show, if you will. We get into predictive gaming through each of the quarter, and then it concludes in post, where we've created a live instantaneous leaderboard to allow people to see where they are immediately. And that laddered up into the NBA. Also with Washington, we also have done some executions with ESPN and MegaCast during the championship game. So it's really starting to mushroom and balloon off, especially when you have the ability to integrate a sponsor into the platform. It's a free-to-play offering. And, as people are enjoying it, liking it, it's sponsored by said sportsbook. And then we can move them off to the sportsbook, allowing networks to get affiliate fees from that.
Sure. So how has the company responded to what's going on right now? Obviously, everyone's content plans are changing, but they still want that activity with their fans, maybe even more than they ever have wanted it. So how have you guys responded, and what kind of case studies have you seen through some of your partnerships?
So the things that we are bringing to the fold right now, we operate and trigger into the linear networks or networks graphics platform. So Chiron, Ross, and Viz, and so on, that we're a data feed that triggers all of this. So the networks are repeating a lot of programming, as we absolutely know, the classics and memorable moments and that type of thing. So it's pre-produced program. You already know what the outcome is. You can't do any predictive gaming and interactions. But what we are doing is it's like pop-up video version 2 reenacted, where we're now, someone is watching, say, for instance, it's the Rangers winning the Stanley Cup or something along that line, those moments that happen. Well, it's throwing up and popping up these factoids that are throughout the game to just make it a little bit more of an enjoyable experience, and reliving the moment with the did you knows and that type of thing. That could be done on a linear network, which is really starting to be embraced. We are a pass platform, which means actually a lot of the stuff could all be done at home, and it just now is triggered onto a broadcast once we have it integrated within. So that's the first one on a linear, but it also could be done on digital and OTT platforms as well, because again, it's just these factoids that are popping up. Second thing that we have done is also gamifying a similar execution, if you will, where instead of just watching it and the factoids are popping up, we are now really bringing into a lean forward experience and having you really recall what the moments are. And for it's a points system, if you will. So it's trivia based around this game. How many games did it take for the Rangers to close out their Stanley Cup championship? How many goals did Messier score? Something along that line. And as people are answering the questions correctly or incorrectly, we're building a live leaderboard that can also be keyed up as a graphic onto the screen. Again, it could be a linear broadcast where they're operating in a 2-screen using their phone, or it could be a single experience online where we are L-framing the video feed of a broadcaster, and then you're seeing the points and the questions appear on your your laptop and or your tablet.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff. Really, really fun layers that you guys are adding to the live sports
Yep.
production, which hopefully we'll continue to see a lot more once we get sports back again. Kevin, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate you joining us, and good luck to you and everyone at the team going forward. All right.
Appreciate it. Thank
All
you
right.
much.
He is Kevin Annison, head of sales from Sparx Technology. Find out about him and more right now over at sportsvideo.org in our SVG Sports Tech On Demand blog.